Let's go, Mike. Let's go, Mike.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Mike Veltri, and in today's video, we're going to be going over and recapping from my first ever USAPL competition out in Rocky Point, New York. And this is a competition where I placed first for the men's Raw Juniors division at 74 kilograms or 163 pounds. And so, nonetheless, let's get straight to the video. Alright, so after watching the first attempt I did for squat, that was 402 pounds or 182.5 kilograms, and it moved as it opened should. Going speed-wise, strength was there, obviously, but from a technical aspect of it, even my trainer was pointing it out that my feet was kind of pointed towards outwards too far, and kind of looked a little shaky with the knees starting to cave in and starting to get wobbly legs, which is obviously not good. You want to stay tight and brace the legs when attempting, again, a heavy squat like that. But nonetheless, it moved as an opener should, and the strength kind of matched up or kind of overtaken what the technical aspect was of it. So on to the second attempt of squat. So the next one is going to be 424 pounds or 192.5 kilograms. So let's go straight into that.
Let's go, Michael. Come on. Lewis, we need your third attempt. Now. It'll be a tough
one. All right, so after just watching the second squat attempt, that of 424 pounds, so that was definitely, I would say, probably a lot better from a technical aspect of it. Still with the feet kind of wide out, outwards a little too far. Could have maybe just turn them in a little bit more. Could have really braced and not have like the shaky legs or the knees caving in. But nonetheless, it was a good second attempt. And now on to the third attempt. I don't make this one, so just giving that as a heads up. And I believe it was 435 pounds at 197 kilograms. So let's get straight into that.
97.5 kilograms, 435 pounds. Bar is loaded.
That third attempt over there, it looked like I had it, which of course I kick myself in the ass every time I look at that video. But yeah, it just, my knees started to give out or my legs started to give out. I wasn't, again, maybe the breathing technique that I did before going down into the squat. Maybe I didn't get all the air into the diaphragm and really brace and you have that leverage to spring back up. But again, it technically it was good. Strength, it's just some of the work on the off season, and of course we're on top of that. So hopefully in the near future for my next competition, hopefully 435 would be my opening attempt, and we'll just take it from there. So on to the next lifts. It's gonna be bench press. So in the first attempt is gonna be 237 pounds or 107 kilograms. So let's get straight into that.
In the holes, Louis Bra, and on deck is Laddie Gibson. Hello, Laddie. Remember, lifters, let the head spotter know what kind of lift off you want on your attempt.
So the opening attempt for bench, it flew. I mean, there was no surprise there. We kind of shaved the numbers off a little bit, played conservative with the bench because, again, bench is my weakest lift out of the three. And it definitely, for 237, I felt great. So then I believe we moved up to 250. Yeah, 250 pounds, and which was, I believe, 112 and a half kilograms. I might be wrong. I mean, you can refer back to my first video with my highlights, but nonetheless, it was 250 pounds. And again, with the first opening attempt, it just flew, and technically and strength wise, it was there. So onto the second. I forgot there is not a video for the second attempt for bench because my trainer's phone died and I didn't have my phone there at the time. So that was the only lift that was not recorded at the meet. So just give you my recap of it. So I actually got one red light for this attempt. I did get the good lift on it, but as I went over, so there's three commands during a bench. So there's a start, and then once it hits the chest, you press, or the judge would say press, and then once you lock out the elbows, then you rack. So as I went to go straight forward out, I kind of bent my right elbow a little too much, or I kind of jumped the gun a little bit, but it only got one red light instead of all of them. So 2-1, good lift. So not complaining. On to the third attempt.
Start! Rush! There we go!
So from the third attempt, which was pretty surprising that for bench, that was the only lift where I got all three of my attempts as a good lift. So the third attempt, we went for, I believe, 265 pounds or 120 kilograms, and it moved up great. Strength, I felt great. Technique wise, it was great. Everything was just clicking for the bench, and yeah, no, that's just pretty much it. I just kind of surprised myself. That's pretty much it because usually bench is my weakest lift going in, even during the training. With especially with the pause bench because I was never even used to the pause benches when I was even training in the off season or didn't even acknowledge what powerlifting was. I would always do touch and go, and the most I ever did touch and go was 280 or 85 pounds, depending on technique wise. But of course, that's why I go to Alice Strength, go to Patrick. He he helped me out with my form, and yeah, it is again. Great all three attempts on bench, and now we go on to deadlifts. Yeah, so if you know me through Adelphi, or obviously you know me through Fitness 19, going to the gym, or just from high school, just and even seeing through all the amount of videos I post on my Instagram stories, which again I'm sorry that I would always flood that, but it just flew. Like I mean, it was no surprise there. It was 475 pounds, moved as it should, as an opener should, and I mean again, like just little technical errors. Maybe I could have braced a little bit better with my breathing because again, for all three of my lifts, I kind of didn't really perfect my breathing too well with getting enough air to the diaphragm to brace and leverage for the deadlifts. But overall, just strength overtaking technical aspect of it. And now we're going to go into the second attempt, which was 496 pounds or 225 kilograms.
Oh, man.
Yeah, so the second attempt I was a little bit surprised about because during the training or the meet prep, I actually hit 510 clean with the stiff bar and going with the whole technique aspect of it, perfected it. But um, I don't know. I think at first when I stepped onto the bar again, the atmosphere of it, of the being on the platform, being on stage, because we are on an elevated surface. But again, I'm not trying to make any excuses for missing this lift, but also we have different flights as in powerlifting. So it'd be one flight of or group of people, group of lifters that would go first to do all their 3 attempts, and then it'd be the next flight, and then it'd be the other flight. But in our case, or in my flight, there was only 4 lifters going. So after I hit the 475, while it did move very smooth, I maybe only had like a minute to rest and then going for my second attempt, which was 496. And, honestly, I felt like if maybe I had 5 minutes or just a little bit more time to just recover and recuperate and kind of just get myself back into the zone, just, lifting the lift, um, I felt like I probably would have, I would have been a lot cleaner, I should have said. But nonetheless, I get the second attempt, no problem. And now onto the third and last attempt for deadlift.
Easy money, stay tight! Let's go, Mike! Stay tight! Let's go! Give! Stay deep, Mike! Pull, Mike! Pull, 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 pull!
Oh, that's another lift besides that squat. I just kick myself in the ass every time I look at that video. And it just started from when I gripped the bar, or even just took the first few steps into the bar. I was overlapped on one side. I believe it was the left side or the right, or actually no, it was the overhand grip that I had, which I don't know. I'm drawing a blank right now, but it was on the overhand side that I kind of overlapped or kind of just went a little too outward with my grip on the bar, and obviously which made the bar lopsided. So of course it was gonna be not even, or it was not gonna make the lift any easier. My breathing again, bracing, tightening up the core, could have done a better job with that. And also, just when I was about to come up and lock out my knees, I locked out too early, so I couldn't roll my back out because to complete the lift, you need to have obviously your back straightened up, your back rolled back, and my knees kind of just locked out beforehand, which prevented me to roll out my back to complete the lift, and which again it was close. 502 pounds or 225. I'm sorry, 227 and a half kilograms. So okay, so after that, we went to the award ceremony. So again, as I mentioned, I got first place for the men's Raw Juniors division, which is the 20 to 23-year-old division at 74 kilograms or 163 pounds. And honestly, for my opinion about the whole entire meet, I'm glad that we were still able to have it, even in spite of the COVID-19 pandemic. And because it was on the rocks, or we were a little bit iffy about having the competition, but the week of the commissioner or whoever's in charge of the USAPL competition out in that Rocky Point, they said that it was okay to have. So just kind of blessed that I was able to have the opportunity and get to perform on stage and now be on the national record standings board for USAPL. Oh, and also I did get 10th place for pound out of the competition, out of the 50 lifters that were there. And overall, I mean, it was just a great experience. And I am looking forward to my next meet sometime around April or May. I'm still debating on, even with my team, the Atlas Strength team, what's going to happen next for that. But right now, I'm just joining the off season, still training hard, and just experimenting, maybe different styles. Maybe instead of doing conventional deadlifts, maybe I might do sumo, or with squats, see how my feet position, or see what I can really work on the weak point training. So other than that, great competition, and I'll see you guys in the next video that I have. So don't forget to subscribe, like, comment on the channel. So if you didn't do that, go do that right now, and I will see you next time.